So we've played a few games of In the Footsteps of Darwin, and we want to share our thoughts on this interesting and fun little game here on Legendary Tactics.
So, what'd you guys think?
I actually liked it more than I expected to.
Really?
I have
really?
to say that.
Yeah.
It wasn't life-changing, but it is a fun little game.
Yep.
It doesn't overstay its welcome.
Certainly
it plays
does.
really quickly.
It's very fast.
And there's lots of decision making and I shouldn't say lots of decision making. It's kind of pick one of the three that are available to you, although you can use the guides to move around a little bit, but basically you're picking one of three. But it feels like you've got a lot, some agency here. It's not entirely luck based.
There's room to move. Yeah.
But what did you think, Rob?
Yeah, I like that too. The first game I was just kind of like picking tiles at random, and then I was finding then I was able to sort of like hone it in a little bit better in the first game, and I thought it was like nice and quick. It's a fast, like quick, enjoyable game, and you learn kind of different strategies as you kind of go along and kind of learn it up. So.
Yeah, I really like that there's sort of different pathways to victory.
Yes, I was going to say that.
Yeah.
You can kind of choose a lane to stay
Yeah.
in. Now, I haven't tried maybe dabbling in multiple paths, but in the game here, I went with the
Lots of those.
different chapters here that you can
The
get.
different theories.
The different theories and kind of gained momentum with that with each tile. So I think if you can really kind of focus, but it's also kind of obviously on the tile draw too.
Right.
Yeah.
But I love that it doesn't overstay its welcome. I love that I think I could sit down with my teenagers at home, even my 10 and 11-year-olds, and I think we could probably get this game to the table and they would love it.
Yeah.
And even if they didn't focus on optimizing the scoring as we do,
Right.
they just love,
Doesn't matter.
I want the tiger.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
There's enough flavor text in here to
Yes.
really hit home on that one too. I think.
Yeah. So I totally agree. And I do like that multiple paths to victory, although it'd be interesting to see. I'm sure there are people out there that optimize this sort of thing, whether it's better to go for the theories, the publications, or some other combination. I have a feeling that if you land, like you got the double lizards, which is massive.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was a big
Right.
one.
So I think if you have the luck of the draw and you get something like that, especially if you get it early on, so you can tailor your play to that, you can probably just drive the victory point machine
Right.
to the end. But so there's probably some, again, if you want to be technical about it, you could probably optimize your plays a lot and get really technical with it. But
this game isn't trying to do that.
it isn't trying.
This game isn't trying to be heavy strategy, right? This game is trying to be light fare, accessible, I think.
Yeah.
It's trying, and when I saw it being played, actually, I saw it at Gen Con of 2023 here, and when I saw it, it just kind of struck me as Cascadia. It struck me as a game. I feel like that's the kind of game I could get to the table with the family at home.
Yeah.
And that's what really spurred me to buy it. And I think I wasn't off on that mark. I don't think.
No, I think you're right. I'm surprised the Cascadia comparison. I mean, it has animals, but
maybe that's what it was.
Other than that,
there wasn't a lot, and I don't.
Yeah.
It just had
just
a feel to me. Maybe it was the animal feel.
Yeah.
But for the same kind of difficulty level as Cascadia, I'd say it was
that's
there.
fair.
Yeah,
that's fair. Actually, I'd probably say it's probably simpler because some of the combos in Cascadia are kind of tough to
can get a little tricky.
Can get a little bit tricky.
That's true.
You're aiming for simpler things here. Was there any downsides either of you felt? Was there anything that jumped out as something that you weren't as thrilled with?
I think you could get hung up on the card roll unless you get some, but then you have to kind of sort of make your own luck there.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of it is like, you got to make. If anything, it's maybe too simple.
Oh, really? Yeah.
It's
You'd like to
too
see
simple.
a little bit more.
Maybe a little more complexity, but again, I think what they were targeting.
Yeah.
It's.
This is a perfect kind of end of the night
Yes,
game,
true.
or warm up. Just something to get people into it.
Kind of sink your teeth into a bit of a board game.
Yeah. I mean, you do end up kind of playing your own game, and you're not worried about what anyone else is
Although
doing.
you could be.
Well,
There were a few times in the game because I
Yeah.
was eyeing a tile and it was your turn. I was like,
Yes.
and you landed on the row I needed you to be on. I was like, please don't take that tile. Please don't take that tile.
But that's
you
not
could-
interaction, though.
That's right. Yeah.
You
When
could
we
have, if you
both
had
got
glanced over and
bugs,
seen, because it was like, I think the red iguana, right? And So
Yeah.
this was out here. And it was like to double my row. It was almost the end of the game. I thought, and it was a nothing tile for you.
Yeah.
And I thought, if he burns me on that, then
but
So-
I think you're too busy optimizing your own
You
to
are.
worry about
Right.
like, oh,
As you scale
I'll
up, I
take
think.
1 point from you,
Yeah.
but I'll lose, potentially
Well,
3 points. Or
Although,
whatever.
That's true.
although for like
Right,
us,
so-
when we started, like we both had the bugs, right? So we
Yes,
were like
we were
all of a
big
sudden we were going for
competitive on
bugs.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
so
So,
that's
it
true.
was kind of looking
Yeah.
for that, but
but when you get up to 5 theories,
yeah, yeah, exactly.
it's
Like, you're a little
I'll
more.
just,
like,
whatever. You do your
I
thing,
guess
I'm
I
just
could do
gonna
whatever.
focus on that. But really, that's
How about you, Nato? Any drawbacks?
I think what's great about a game that just plays this quickly is that it doesn't need to be perfect or anything, because it doesn't stay too long, and so you just get to enjoy the experience, and then you get into something else.
That's right.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think for that, I think it's a very elegant design for what it's trying to do. I think it's doing exactly what it's trying to do. Did I learn a lot about science? Not particularly. It's not educational.
But I
per
think you
se,
could.
But you might.
you could
It does
actually,
actually
like,
come with an appendix.
Yeah.
appendix, and you can
And in the appendix, it breaks down
All
all
the
the
animals.
animals.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
Yeah, yeah.
Not
That's
only
true.
that,
The
it actually
diary.
on the other side of the board.
Yes.
And maybe we can do a
we
quick
can do
clear
this,
here.
yeah.
Why not?
What's on the other side?
On the other side of the
here?
board, and it lines up with
Oh.
all the explorations of the Beagle.
Yeah, that's neat.
So and it actually maps you through. So if you're intrigued at all,
Yeah.
of like going through
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
checking out where the Beagle stopped. And
Yeah.
so I actually, being a bit of a history buff, I kind of love that component too.
Yeah.
I find that's a really
Yeah.
that was a nice splash.
Yes, I like that.
So
Okay. Well, better than having just the
But
faceless.
Yeah,
nothing,
yeah,
nothing
yeah.
on that, right? Yeah, bland,
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah.
No, they went a little over the
Yeah.
top. And a little quick note to the publisher. Sorry, we are French. That is never an apology in Canada.
Yeah. So overall, I think this is if you're looking for a light and fun little game, I think it would go well with the kids and everything.
Yes.
I recommend it. I think it's
Yeah.
a great little game for what it is.
I'll play it again for sure.
Yeah, me too. Good.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's fun.
Good.
Yep.
All right. So thanks so much for watching. We hope you got something out of this review. And until next time,
Get out there.
get
Yeah.
gaming.
And be legendary.